George Washington as Commander-in-Chief. George Washington was chosen as Commander-in-Chief in 1775. He was great at battle planning, and that's why he was chosen, because he had previous military experience. George Washington as Commander-in-Chief. George Washington was generous. He did not receive pay for his position. He only requested that he be paid a small amount of money at the conclusion of the war if they succeeded. The Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence was made in 1776. Its goal was to declare independence from Britain because of the king's heavy tax that many colonists were not wealthy enough to pay. The Declaration of Independence was very important. It helped other countries like France in its own revolution to have hope when they took on a large country like Britain. Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Roger Sherman, and Robert R. Livingston were asked to help draft the Declaration of Independence. These people were very important to the colonists. The Articles of Confederation. The Articles of Confederation were written on November 15th, 1777. However, all 13 states didn't approve of them until March 1st, 1781. The Articles of Confederation. The original purpose of the Articles of the Confederation was to create a loose confederation with sovereign states and a weak central government. Earlier, when the states had more power, it led to fights against the states, and later the Constitution stated that the federal government or central government should have more power. The Treaty of Alliance with France. The Treaty of Alliance with France was signed in 1778. The French signed the alliance so they could work together to overpower British, and America could later return the favor in the French Revolution.
What does the name Federalist mean? It means that they were kind of for central government and everyone.
The Treaty of Alliance with France. To negotiate the treaty, Benjamin Franklin was sent to France because he was very popular there. The treaty was later signed on February 6, 1778, because of Ben Franklin's hard work to negotiate the alliance with France. The Treaty of Paris. The Treaty of Paris was signed on September 3rd, 1783. The Americans who were involved in the signing were Benjamin Franklin, John Jay, and John Adams. The Treaty of Paris. The most important article in the Treaty of Paris was the preliminary articles. The primary goal of the treaty was to end the war and promote peace so the colonists could form their own country and become very successful. At the signing, Richard Oswald represented the British. The Federalist Papers. Federalist Papers were written from 1787 to 1788. The writers of the Federalist Papers were Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay. There were 85 essays in the Federalist Papers under the names Publius, but in 1818 Jacob Gideon published his papers and wrote the real authors' names. As I earlier mentioned, the writer's name of the 85 essays in the Federalist Papers were under the name Publius. The writer's name Publius was in honor of the Roman consul Publius Varius Publicola. The real writers were Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay, as I earlier mentioned. The importance of Federal Number 84 was saying the Bill of Rights was not important. The Federalists were the supporters of America and the Constitution. The Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the United States was written from 1787 to 1788. The word ratify means approved. The Constitution was ratified in 1778. The Constitution of the United States. The Constitution stated that the federal government had more power than the states. The states had earlier power, and that led to disaster. When the states had the power was not equal, and it led to fights against the states. Thank you for listening to my presentation about the American Revolution. I hope you learned more about all the documents and important treaties that were written during this time.